and welcome to the ROCKATX online worship experience. You're getting ready to experience God on another level. Whatever you're seeking from God for your life is available for you as you praise, hear the word, and transform your situation. While you're worshiping with us, feel free to interact with our online ministers in the chat and share this broadcast with your friends and family so they can join you online. Also, make sure you subscribe and follow the ROCKATX on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram to stay connected to all the Rock is doing. Now, shake off the worries of the week and get ready to give God some praise. Service will begin soon.
God is a logistical genius.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
When we talk about logistics, you're moving all these things. You got to figure out how to get all these supplies, people, products, not just to your place, but around the globe. Logistics is about how to move them, how to get them there, measuring time, looking at transportation, looking at all kinds of issues, and actually interacting with the environment to ensure that you make the necessary changes in order to make sure that people, products, and programs all come to the same culminating point so that the project goes forth. Logistics is very difficult because you've got to calculate a lot of moving parts, and you've got to always be thinking, and things are always changing. The weather impacts logistics. The country war impacts logistics. People's personal decisions impact logistics. Everything, when one thing moves, everything else has to adjust. Am I making sense? That's logistics. It's bigger than transportation, although it involves transportation. It's bigger than people, although it involves people. It's bigger than, listen, it's not even about the product. You gotta figure out how the product is even manufactured. And you got to get all the raw materials to even get the product actually manufactured before you can ship it out. Logistics is very, 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 very difficult. Go to the next slide. Logistics is defined as the complex operation. When we talk about logistics, it's multifactorial. It's complex of managing how people and resources are acquired. Logistics is not just about moving stuff; it's about moving people. And that means you got to get the right people in the right place at the right time. I had to help you understand this practically, how important logistics is. It's managing people and resources, and making sure that they're acquired, make sure that they are maintained. It's making sure that they are transported, listen, to their final destinations. Because this has to go here, that has to go there, this has to go here, at specific coordinated times. Logistics is it. I mean, there's a lot that goes with it because if this can't happen without that. And that can't happen without this. Let me help you with a practical example, because God loves me so much, he allows my life and my life experiences to be examples for you. On Saturday, I had to go to a medical imaging company to acquire a medical image, so that they are well known. They operate in several locations. So when my doctor ordered the image, the system alerted them, and then I got a call, I got a text, and they got an email. Mr. Moody, this is John Doe from blah, blah, blah imaging organization. And we have received orders from this medical provider that you need this type of medical imagery. I got a phone call. I got a text. I got an email. The email had links. The text had links. I'm making sense and everything else. And then they continued to follow up with a call until I responded. So I responded, saints of God, and I said, okay, yes. And they said, first of all, we need to identify. Are you Mr. Charles Moody? And now this is what we need for identification. Yes, this is who I am. Now we need to verify. What do you mean? Verify what? Did you go to, we know who you are now. Did you go to this doctor? Do you know this doctor, this provider? Yes. And is this the type of imagery he told you he was going to need? Yes. All right, now we are sending you to scheduling. They scheduled me, and they said, you're going to be at this location. They said, we happen to have an early morning location that you can do even on the weekends. I said, sure, I'll do it on the weekend. They said, Saturday morning, you have the medical imagery that your doctor has provided, and it's 7 o'clock a.m. Now, you have to be there at 6:30. There's paperwork you have to fill out. And they're so astute in their business practices that I received a message, an email, and a text, even concerning the amount of money that I might need to pay prior to having the imagery. And then they went on to say, and if you need the address is here. Press this link, and when you press this link, it will take you straight to Maps. And Maps will tell you from wherever you are in the world how to get here, and Maps will also tell you if you're going to be late. It'll say, hey, you need to move. So I understood it. I was well informed. And I was like, okay, man, they got their stuff together. So Saturday morning, I wake up 5:30 in the morning. I get ready because I know that I have to be there at 6:30. They've communicated that to me. Don't be late. There's paperwork you have to fill out. There's a copay you have to pay. Mr. Moody, don't be late. Your process starts at 7. You have to be there at 6:30. So I get up 5:30. I get dressed, leave the house. I click on my little link. My Maps thing clicks in. It says, we're going this way, and it guides me street to street, highway to highway, to the place. So if you can imagine, there's this large medical plaza. And this large medical plaza, several stories high, and beautiful parking lot, beautiful facility. I pull up. My map says you're here. I have to be there at 6:30. So I get out of my car at 6:20. I walk up, beautiful plaza. The doors are glass in front of the plaza, and you can look in the doors and you can see all the way through from one end of the plaza to the opposite end of the plaza. And so I go and I grab the door handle and I pull the door, and it's locked. Now this can't be because I'm supposed to be here 6:20. I look, and I said, wait. I said, let me. I said, don't overthink this. They've texted you, they've emailed you, and they've called you. They even put, if you have questions, call this number. I have questions. So I call the number. They said, thank you for calling ABC Company. We do imagery. Are you a medical provider? Are you a patient? If you're a patient, push 1. Push 1. Would you like to speak to an operator? I want to speak to, and then it was like, well, all I can do is speak to an operator, because that's the only thing they give me. I'm a patient, and the only thing I got, so I push operator. It says, I'm sorry, we're closed. $6:22. I say, well, maybe since I can see the door on the other end of the building, maybe if I get in my car and I drive around the other side, maybe maybe I just came in the wrong door. So I get in my car, I drive around the other side of the building, get out, walk up to the other door, I can see the other end. I grab the door, it's locked. It's 6:30. Call the number again, because I said maybe they didn't answer until 6:30. Call the handle. Sorry, we're closed. I look around because I said there's got to be something I'm missing. I did. I said it's got to be some user error because it's been too good. So I'm looking around, and then I see right in the corner, there's a little keypad, and it says, hey, if you're here for ABC Company, dial #123, and they'll pick up. I said, oh, that's my bad. So #123. Ring, 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 ring. Are you a medical provider? Press this. No. Are you a patient? Yes. Would you like to speak to one? Press 0. 0. I'm sorry. We're closed. $6:37. I look, and this is a true story. I ain't making none of it up. I look, and I'm standing out there, and I look through the corridor, and I see a light. But it's closer to the front door. So I get in my car, I drive it back around, and I get out, and I go to the front door. And then I try the number again on the thing. Sorry, we're closed. Then I'm looking, I said, there's still a light in there. I said, let's just go old school. So I'm sitting there, 6:40 in the morning now, knocking on glass doors. But then I see somebody move. And so now I'm doing this. Hey! 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 I'm here. Don't leave me. But they don't move. So I said, well, maybe they can answer the phone. So I get the thing, I dial 123 down. They pick up. I said, all right. My name is Moody. My birthday, blah, 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 blah. They said, yes, sir, you're here. I said, I'm here. I said, I'm here for my appointment. They said, yes, you're supposed to be here at 6:30. I said, yes. And then they said, just come in the door. I said, the door is not open. And she said, the door ain't open? True story. I said, the door is not open. Now I want you to understand that by now, I'm fuming. If this was a cardiac test, I would have failed it. Because I'm so mad. And I'm like, the door is not open. Just open the door. And so now we go back and forth. The door is open. And I said, listen. The door is not open. She said, well, you may be at the wrong door. So I get in the car. I go back around to the other door. I call her again. She doesn't answer this time. You know why? Because when I'm looking down the hallway, she is out looking at the other door, looking for me. I look over and I see a lady in scrubs walking into, look like she's walking into a side door. I said, this is my only hope. So I start running down the sidewalk. Hey! Hey! The lady looks at me and runs into the building and closes the door. I'm not lying to y'all. So I leave. So now I'm standing at the door. I don't know what to do. I know people inside. And I'm like, man, I finna quit. But I'm so tenacious, I said, there's gonna be a way to make this happen. And then finally this guy comes outside and he says, are you trying to get in? Yes, I'm trying to get in. What are you trying to get in for? And I was like, my name is Charles Moody. I have his image. And he said, come with me. We walked through the back door, through the staff entrance. Then he walks me up to the reception area. And the lady who was looking for me is seated right there. And now it's 6:50 something. And she said, you were supposed to be here at 6:30. See, my problem was, I said, this lady might come to my church one day. So I cannot respond to her the way my mind is responding to her. So I said, it looks like it's a problem because I was here early enough. I said, but the doors are open. And she said, oh, the doors don't unlock till 7 o'clock. Right. So if they don't. Logistics is the complex operation of managing how people and resources are acquired, maintained, transported to their final destinations at specific and coordinated times. Am I making sense? God is a logistical genius because he figures out how to make all this stuff happen, and God never schedules you into a locked door. And he's always moving and pushing and moving things around and trying to get everything to move so that you get your promise at the right time. Our problem is we don't understand logistics. And we never understand all the stuff that has to take place in time for God to get you your package in time. Am I making sense? So when we look at this story, we like the story of the miracle of the child being resurrected. We love the story. But let's look at it logistically, because you need to understand how God is operating with you in time to get your product to you on time. Am I making sense?
Thank you for worshiping with us today. If you're in need of prayer or someone to talk to, our online ministers are available for you right now in the chat. And we invite you to join us again for our extraordinary worship services every Sunday at 10:30 a.m., Sunday at 4 p.m., and Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central, where Dr. Moody teaches how to understand the Bible and you can get your biblical questions answered. We look forward to connecting with you and ask that you subscribe to The Rock ATX on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay connected to all The Rock is doing. Also, you can connect with us through our website at TheROCKATX.org. Again, thank you for worshiping with us, and be blessed.